Hello friends, my name is Masood. Today we shall discuss about topic the introduction to shell scripting. Friend, today's topic is very interesting, especially if you have interest in programming and scripting and you want to learn about it. So let's start, friend. First of all, I would request to please subscribe to my YouTube channel and click on the bell option as well so that my videos can reach to you, and also you can follow me on the Facebook page as well. Friend, whenever we talk about shell scripting, it's basically a type of a programming in which we have to perform some automatic repetitive task. Okay, and in that reason we have to interact with the operating system by writing a series of commands in a script file. Let me give you a very simple example of the scripting. For example, you have a database uh, in which you have the accounts of different users. Okay, and you want that some automatic script should run on the database and see if the creation date of the account passed more than 1 year, so a fee should be detected on those accounts. So what happened that you will write a script, it will automatically run on every day, for example at around 1 a.m., and it will fetch all those accounts for which the accounts creation date passed more than 1 year, and it will deduct a fee. So it's a very simple example of a fee schedule. So basically shell is a command line interpreter. Okay, and that provides a user interface for interacting with the operating system. Shell script is a plain text file normally, and it contains a sequence of commands for the shell to execute, and the scripting language used for this purpose is often referred to as shell scripting language. Okay, so it is an example of the scripting language. Now if we talk about in more detail that how it works actually, so the characteristics of a common Unix shell like bash, okay, bourne again shell, the key concepts include shebang line. Shebang line means that every shell script begins with a shebang line which specifies the path to the shell interpreter that should be used to execute the script. For bash scripts, the shebang line is typically this: hash this /bin /and bash. Okay, then comments. Any line in the script which starts with the hash, consider as the comment. So that means the shell will ignore that particular line. Comments are used to document the script and make it more understandable. Okay, so hash is for comments. Now variable, in the scripting language there is no particular concept of typecasting. If you are a person who is already using Java or C sharp etc., so you know that there is a concept of typecasting in which you must have to define the type of a variable, for example integer, uh, string etc. However, in the shell scripting there is no concept of the typecasting. For example, if I declare a variable, my variable is equal to hello world, so it will know that it's a string variable. So there is no concept of explicit declaration of a type in the shell scripting. Then user input. For example, you are making a script in which user has to input something. So how we'll do it? For example, echo, it will print enter your name on the command line. Then read username means that you have to type, the user has to type the name of the username. It's a input. For read, basically it's a user has to input the username. Then echo hello $username. So whatever you have entered, it will be printed on the command line with a hello username. For example, I type abc in the username, so it will print hello abc. Okay, then next is the conditional. All the particular programming conditions like else, like if, else if and else etc., so are available in the shell scripting. So all proper conditional statements are already there. For example, if $1 greater than 10, then echo $1 is greater than 10, else echo $1 is not greater than 10. Simply it's a condition, very simple condition of if then else. If this condition is true, like if $1 is greater than 10, then echo print on the screen that $1 is greater than 10. Okay, and else if that condition is not true, else then echo is $1 is not greater than 10. So it's simply the condition of if else. Then loops. Shell scripts support different types of loops, including for, while, which is used for iterating over sets of data or execute a command repeatedly. Friend, loops are there. For example, for loop, while loop. So loop concept is that you will execute a loop for some iteration. So basic purpose of that, you have to perform some particular task on a iteration. So for and while loops are available in shell scripting. Functions are also there in the shell scripting. Function means that the basic function concept of function is that we write some specific code in the function, and it will perform some task, and that is the main purpose of a function. Whenever we have a function in a language, programming language, we want to categorize our task, and also if you want to test the issue, we want to debug the issue. So our code representation become more accurate, more precise, and we can do the testing and properly. So if you just see, this is an example of function in which my function, open bracket, echo, this is a function. So this is a function which is written in the language, and whenever you call this function, it will just print this is a function on the command line. Then command substitution. Friend, use backticks this symbol or $this to execute a command. For example, I am using current date is equal to $date. So what will do, it will get the current date in the current date variable. Wherever you want to use the current date, you can do it like that. Another is the exit status. Every command in a shell script returns an exit status. Use this special variable $? To access the exit status of the last command. By convention, a zero exit status indicates success, non-zero values indicate error. Okay, now friend, let me give you a very simple example of a shell script. In this example, what we will do, we will take a number input from the command line from the user. Okay, and then we will see that whether it's a even number or a odd number. If it's an even number, we will print on the screen that it's a even number. If it is a odd number, we will print that it's a odd number. For example, echo enter a number. So it will echo, it will print on the command line prompt that enter a number to the user. Then read number. So you have to wait, the command prompt will wait that user will enter the number. For example, I enter a number 4. For example, if $number is percent divide, so that means it will divide the number with a 2, and equal 0 means that it will check that whether it can be divided with a 2 or not. If that number which I have entered is divisible by the 2, then it will echo number is even. For example, I have entered 4, so 4 divided by 2, so it the remainder is equals 0, so its number is even. For example, I entered 5, so 2 divided by 5, 5 divided by 2, so the remainder is 1, so that means the number is odd. So that is basically the concept of shell scripting, friend. Here, friend, shell is a very powerful tool for automating tasks in a Unix like environment. Nowadays it's very common in organizations. We use lots of scripts are used for automating the task, and it is widely used for system administration, automation, and other scripting needs. Different shells may have different syntax, but the basic of shell scripting are similar across the whole world. So friend, thanks a lot for watching the video. I hope you like this video. If you like it, please share it with your friends and colleagues, and thanks a lot for watching the video.